The doctor is in just in time for flu season.
Dr. Alok Patel is here to clear up any confusion when it comes to flu vaccines and what we all need to know. All right, so we're in November already, right? I assume we should have already gotten our flu shot, right? But if we haven't yet, we should still get it?
It's not too late. Ideally, everybody would get their flu shot kind of at the start of the season. We're talking October, even earlier, because it's going to start to peak December through February, and it can last until May. So it's not too late.
Okay.
And I know we should all get the flu shot, but do we know how effective this particular flu shot is for the virus that's out there?
So we don't know yet in 2019, 2020 how effective it's going to be. Every year it mutates, and experts do their best to match the vaccine with that season's flu virus. You can estimate it's about 40 to 60% every year. But here's the thing, even if it doesn't prevent you from getting the flu, it will prevent complications, possibly keep you out of the hospital or the ICU.
All right. I know you look at the numbers closely. What do we know so far this year about deaths or, how many cases?
Every week, the CDC puts out a survey report, and we're having more and more cases all over the country. We've already had a couple pediatric deaths, one in California, and there seems to be more severe cases with people that already have complications, heart disease, pregnant women, young children, the elderly, popping up all over the country.
Okay. Are you ready to role play a bit?
We're going to do this.
Okay.
This is key.
We're going to move sets because our handy-dandy set designer has put together a very elaborate,
that's right,
and I would say award-winning doctor set for us.
So we're going to be the patients, obviously, and Dr. Patel is the doctor.
Yeah.
And here's some common conversations you might hear in the doctor's office about the flu shot.
This is legit.
Okay.
Totally legit. Dr. Patel, I don't need the flu shot. The flu isn't serious.
So I will tell you that the flu is extremely serious.
Okay.
It's a misnomer. Last year, we had about 650,000 hospitalizations, somewhere between 50 to 60,000 deaths. And so for someone who's young and healthy, you may not get a really serious disease, but that could be completely different for a pregnant woman, a young child, or somebody with any type of chronic disease. So it can totally be serious.
But you know what? I hear it's not always effective. I mean, you admit it yourself that it's a guessing game every year as to what to put in that vaccine and against which strain, so it may not work.
Well, here's the thing. I think people look at those numbers and they don't understand what exactly they're looking at. Okay, so if you see one year it says 40 to 60% effective, that may mean you may prevent 40 to 60% of cases. But here's the thing. Even if you get the flu and you've gotten the shot, it'll prevent complications. It'll reduce your risk of getting hospitalized or worse, or passing it on to your next door neighbor's newborn baby or the pregnant woman that you met on the BART.
Okay. So is there any, I hear this all the time, is there any truth that you can get the flu from the vaccine?
No. No, no. We're
Thank
gonna take that myth. I'm going to take that myth in the back of the studio and step on it. It's done.
It's done.
It is impossible to actually catch the flu from the shot.
Can you get a little bit sick?
You can. You can feel a little crummy because your immune system's working and making antibodies.
Yeah.
But here's what happens that confuses so many people. The flu shot takes 2 weeks to work. You can also catch any routine cold in that meantime.
Sure.
So some people attribute those two when it's not the case.
Okay, well, I might be pregnant, so, this is role
you're role-playing.
Yeah.
This is
I
role-playing.
I forgot we're in a play.
Don't worry. Pregnant women shouldn't get the flu shot, I hear.
So studies show that it is completely safe for pregnant women to actually get the flu shot. Not only is it safe, it's even more recommended. 3 reasons. Number 1, you are at a higher risk group, role-playing. If you were pregnant, you are at a higher risk group of getting complications from the flu. Number 2, the flu in pregnant women can cause complications, such as preterm delivery or other issues with your baby. And last but not least, you're protecting your newborn baby. Babies can't get the flu shot until they're 6 months old. You gotta protect them, mom. Expecting mom.
Right, okay.
Dr. Patel, I hear that you don't really need one every year.
You definitely need one every single year.
I hope this actually happens when you're practicing.
Well, here's the thing. The flu shot, we're going to do this. The flu shot mutates.
Whoa! Excuse me.
Experts need to make a different shot every single year to keep up with it. Very important.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? I'm a little worried about side effects. I mean, some people say it could give your kid autism or, all sorts of side effects. How do we know that's not true?
So that myth is going to go outside with the other myth, and we're going to destroy both of them.
Good.
So first thing we know is that vaccines do not cause autism. We have looked at studies, looked at over millions and millions of children to disprove that completely. Number 2, you can have a little bit of soreness, tenderness in your arm. You can feel kind of sluggish. But as far as really, really, really rare side effects, such as neurological issues, they're so rare, we don't even know if they actually come from the flu. I wouldn't even worry about it.
Okay, wow, Dr. Patel, you've really convinced me. Is it going to hurt? Can you give me my shot?
I'm gonna give you, we're role
Should I
playing.
still be here?
We're role playing. It's this fast, right into your muscle.
Oh, I felt nothing.
2 weeks later, you are protected.
Finally, am I too tall for this segment? I think the answer is yes.
Not at all. Am I floating?
Wow.
A little bit.
Okay,
One more of these. One more of these, please.
We're gonna link hands when we do it. Ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna link hands.
You can start.
I'm gonna start the wave. The flu shot wave.
Woo!
Send it back, send it back.
All right.
Don't leave us hanging.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Get your flu shot.